Do you have UI designs of yours that you look at and wonder what's the problem with them? Now, if this is you, I will give you 3 UX laws that can improve your bad UI designs and turn them into great ones. Now, let's start by looking at this card example, shall we? Now, if we look at this card, we see that there are roughly 3 buttons here, but as a user, I don't know which one is the most important. One of the things that actually happens when I look at this card is the more choices I have in a normal typical design, the harder it will be for me to actually make my choice. Meaning I will have a paralysis by analysis, and that is actually what the Hick's law stands for. When you produce more choices for a typical person, it will take them more time to actually choose the one they want because they have to process more options and pick the best one for themselves. When this happens in UX, what we usually do is, like our example in our card here, what we do is we prioritize by color or shape, especially our controls, which is why we create the primary button, secondary button, and tertiary button when we are creating our cards, so that a user will understand the most important action, not with their logic, but just by visual processing. When we are designing navigation patterns such as tab structure, one of the mistakes I see other designers make is they have actually 6, 7, 8 different options in their tab design, and the difficult part for the user is to actually pick which ones they want. This is actually called the Miller's Law, where your goal as a UX designer is to keep things simple, and a person actually has difficulty remembering the options they have the moment it is above 7 options, which is one of the reasons why the phone number is actually 7 digits.
Let's not get into that one.
What you want to do is you want to use the UI design height pattern in these tabs when you actually have around 5 options, where you can put the remainings into a menu. This is very good to use in the UI design as a pattern as well for responsive design, because when you shrink your device, you can actually put more of the tabs options into the menu over time, so this design actually scales down pretty well. Do you have cards when you look at them you actually wonder what is the problem? The title and the paragraph typographic difference seems good, drop shadow is good. What is the problem? There is this principle called Gestalt principle that suggests the closer two items are visually, the more logically they should be grouped. When we see two objects closer in a visual setting, we assume they are related. If the inside group and the outside group has the same distance between themselves, you cannot group things differently. They are all in the same group. What we do is use this principle. Inside margins should be smaller than outside margins when we are spacing two different groups, and that comes in handy because then what we have and always will have is two different groups that are separated much more away from each other than their children, so that we can visually say, okay, these is one group and this is another group. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video, and if you want to learn more about how to use color with these UX design principles to create even better UI designs, check this video next.